Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Have another Marine ECM. This time working from a computer coming from Canada. This is Damon. This is your computer. Let me just read what it says in here. Okay, this is a Volvo Penta 8.1. I don't see anything. Oh no, this is I guess from CVM Motorsports in California. They bought this computer not too long ago. It was, let me see, this ECU has been specifically tuned for. Okay, so it was tuned in May of 2024. It's a 8.1 OSIBF MEFI 4. It says no ground to fuel pump relay on key on to J1 pin 6. No communication to Diacom. Good grounds to ECM and J1 pins, blah, blah, blah. Good 12 volts to J2 pin 1 and 19. All right, so I got the computer on. Let me turn it off again. Same test I always do. No fuel pump activation, a little low amperage draw. I like to see at least 200 milliamps, but let's not call it bad yet. Let's see if we have any 5 volts on the sensors, and we do. Okay, so that's a good sign. All right, this is a good sign. All right, let's check the normal test that I do on these computers. For those that follow me alone, we'll be getting almost a certification by watching me doing the test. All right, so let's check for the 6.3 here, and we do have it. We should have 12 volts in here, 12 volts in here, sorry, 5 volts and 5 volts, and we do. So that is looking good. Let's check the microprocessor for this. I'm going to, it's going to be very hard. Let me put my glasses. All right, I got the glasses on. Let's see what we have in the microprocessor. We have 5 volts. That's actually looking good. 3.3 here. We do. That's at least it's powered on the microprocessor. Let's see the 8.1 in here. And we do have it. All right, so let me check 3.3 volts in here. All right, so we got 4 volts in here. This is not too good. Let me see how much we got in here. 3.3 and 4 volts, which you have 5 volts in here, and we don't. So definitely it's somewhat around in the regulating area. But I'm very successful repairing this computer. So let me, Damon, try to attempt the repair. Sometimes it's impossible to give you a code unless I repair the computer, because this is not like a try and remove, a component. These are very hard to do because of this construction. So let me try to repair the computer. If it's successful, then I will contact you. But otherwise, it will be just a test. And this is what I tell the customers. These computers are sometimes a little hard to give you an answer until I can test it and perform my repairs to see if it's possible or not, right? But again, let me do this, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I finished the repairs on Damon's from Ontario, Canada. All right, so let's do the first thing as I always do. Power up. We got five fuel pump activation. Make sure the firewall reference is good. We got firewall reference. All right, Damon, this is looking really good. Let's connect to Diacom, which, as you saw before, we were not able to do that. So I got now Diacom starting up. Let's select MEFI 1 and 4. So that's the one that's pre-selected. And good news, we got communication. All right, so let's see. We have look like we got 9 codes. Sorry, it looks like we got 9 full codes in history. So whatever happened is set up code. So let's see what we see here. Throttle position sensor voltage high, manifold pressure low, ECM calibration, memory checksum failure. Okay, this computer will need to be sent, well, if the fault comes back, because ECM calibration memory could happen when you have like in this one, a bad firewall reference. But if the memory is being corrupted, He's going to have to send this over to Bob in California in order to be recalibrated because I cannot do that. 5-volt reference malfunction, in-depth power range, engine over temperature telltale set. So let's erase. Okay, so it didn't come back. And that is a good sign because if it's an ECM memory failure, it will come back no matter what you do, but sometimes you need to run it. So, all right, so let's do the same thing as I always do in the other ones. Let's select the RPM so we can see that from the distance. And let's select trouble codes to see if they come back or not. Start with all my functions. We got 0. And let's start with all warnings. What is this one right here? It says 21, so it had 21 times without warnings, but 0 with all malfunctions. All right, let's see if it runs. Oh, I have to change my signal because I got it for 5.7. So let me change the signal on my simulator. Give me 1 second, guys. That's very quickly. All right, so let me write it in. I'm just writing the information over to the simulator so I can use the correct signal. All right, so that should be all good to go. And let's see if it runs. All right, yep, it is running. It's low RPM because this is an 8.1. And we have 3 full codes. Let's see what we see. Let's get it running. Start with all malfunction 0. So how is no malfunctions, but it's 3 full codes. It could be that since this is an 8.1, it's not seeing on all the ignition drivers because as you see here, I got 6, not 8. So that could be, but computer is running. So this is definitely good. I also want to show you, Damon, that we have your fuel pump, 2 batch of injectors, and 8 coils. Again, I only have 6 connected. Just the design of my it says, yep. Okay, so that's it. So there is actually, I was like, oh, if it's a checksum error, again, it will be. But you see, ESTH and ESTG are disconnected, and so we have an EST has an open circuit. Those two are not connected, so that is not a problem. Not a problem at all. Computer is good. Another MEFI 4 repair right here in Mike Salazar Diagnostics. I forgot to tell you, the computer that you probably already have watched the video coming from UK, that computer was in 4 different electronic repair facilities in Europe, and they deemed it as not repairable. And most of these computers here is in the United States as well. I am probably the only facility that will be able to repair, if can be repaired, your computer. So don't even send this to no one else. I can say with confidence that I am an expert on these computers. When it comes to this, I'm your last word. If it needs software calibration, I will let you know immediately and you can send that over to Bob. He is the only one that I know so far that can do software. But for repairs, I'm your guy, period. There is no one else in the world. I can, with confidence, again say that. All right, guys, thank you so much. I am so happy to be able to call the customer and give him the good news, because these are really expensive computers and hard to get as well. All right, so but before we do that, no matter what, is a short video again. Let's turn them off. So we lost the synchronization. Obviously, it's off. Let's power it back on. Make sure the fuel pump comes on. It went off. It will have to, yep, it's connected. It didn't lose. It was trying because this computer will try to keep connecting 10 times. If it 10 times trying to connect, it will just show you no communication with ACM. Let's run it. And now you can see right there the RPM. Let me raise it up to 4,000 RPMs. 3,800. Let me change the throttle position accordingly around there. And I'm going to change the map sensor just a little bit. Where are we? Map sensor, we're in 11. No. Let me see, what is the map sensor? 17. So around there. We got 4.9 milliseconds of injection, nice and clean, not a problem at all. Everything is running good. Damon, your computer is 100% fixed. All right, so I'm going down to idle. So let me lower the RPMs. Remember, this is by nub, so I got to do one at a time. Usually right to go 750 or so on the MEFIs. Let me bring the throttle to around 10%. That is 11, so 10%. And I want to bring the map to 12.6. That's what I give him when it's an idle. I should give me around 3 milliseconds, 2.9 to 3 milliseconds of injection. And that is exactly what we have. It started with all my functions. All right, so it says to start with alpha function 0, but that's, you know, Damon, that is just because we have the two ignition coils that are not connected, just because of my setup. But all I'm actually really looking for is that we don't get that ECM checksum error. And again, if you're missing one of the main rails into the computer, it will definitely set that fault. And it's not because it's actually a checksum error, but the computer is not powering up properly. So that's why it happens. In this case, your computer is safe, not a problem. This will be just a plug and play, reset the full codes, and I can do that if I turn just the crank sensor on or off, sorry. Let me close all this in here, because without the computer running, I most likely will be able to erase the full codes, and I did. So right now we got 0 full codes. So this is the way it will go back to you with 0 full codes, and you can just plug and play and enjoy back your boat. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.